Very good morning, students. So, so today's topic is magnetic effect of electric current. I'll be revising the chapter. Can I start? So, first thing before starting magnetic effect of electric current. So, you have studied about electric current in the previous class. Like previous chapter, we have studied about electric current. So, you know also what is electric current. What is electric current? Flow of charges in particular direction with respect to time, we call it as electric current. So you have studied heating effect of electric current. Heating effect of electric current. So due to the current, there will be heat in the devices. So that we call it as heating effect of electric current. So electric current is the reason behind that heat. Same way, this chapter says magnetic effect of electric current. So what does it mean? So because of electric current, we are getting magnetic effects. Because of electric current, we are getting magnetic effects. So how we will get magnetic effects? So that we are going to study in this chapter. So we get, by using electric current, we get magnetic field, okay, or magnetic effect. How? That we are going to study in this chapter. So before starting, so what is magnet? What is magnet? You might have studied about shepherd's story in your 8th standard or 7th standard, right? So what is magnet? So magnet is a stone which attracts iron filings. Magnet is a stone which attracts stone or object, any object which attracts iron filings, and it is capable of producing its own magnetic field. So whichever the object or stone produces magnetic field, that kind of stone or object we call it as magnet. Okay, clear? So then what is magnetic field? What is magnetic field? The region around the magnet which exerts force of attraction or force of repulsion, which exerts some force, that we call it as magnetic field. The region around the magnet which exerts force, we call it as magnetic field. You know cricket field. What is cricket field? It is a field where the cricket game is played. Same way magnetic field is a field. Okay. So what is that field? It is a region around a magnet which produces or which exerts force of attraction or force of repulsion. So that field we call it as magnetic field. Okay. So then what are magnetic field lines? Imaginary lines which are drawn from North Pole to South Pole. We call it as magnetic field lines. The imaginary lines which are drawn from North to South. Usually we take direction of magnetic field always from North to South only. Okay, the direction of magnetic field is always measured from North to South. So this is about magnetic field and magnetic field lines. Okay, so first thing, the scientist Oersted, how he found out this, electric current is responsible for magnetic effect. So by accidentally he fell on some wire. So beside that wire there was a compass needle. You know compass needle? Compass needle is also a small bar magnet. Okay. So this is the compass needle. So one side it will have north, one side it will have south. So this is the compass needle. So there was a wire. So in this wire, it is connected to electric circuit. So current was flowing in this wire. By accidentally fell on this wire. So this compass needle started showing deflection. Okay. Then he started doing experiment on this. Then he found out if he has taken one copper wire, he placed one compass needle beside the copper wire. He allowed the current to flow through this wire. Then he observed that the compass needle started showing deflection. Then he came to conclusion, surround the region of a current carrying conductor, there will be magnetic field. Because of that magnetic field only, this compass needle is deflecting. Okay, you know compass needle is a small bar magnet. So when you bring a piece of bar magnet near this compass needle, what will happen? This compass needle will show deflection. Okay, let me give an example. I will bring north near this. What happens? North and north will repel. So this will deflect towards this side. Instead of north, if I bring south, what happens? It will deflect this side. Why it is deflecting? Because this magnet is having magnetic field. So as it is having magnetic field lines will be there. Okay, so when you bring that near this, so magnetic field in the sense what? It exerts force of attraction or force of repulsion. So when you bring a magnet, bar magnet near a needle or near a compass, what happens? So there will be a force of attraction or force of repulsion. So that is the reason we will be getting deflection, right? So I am not using magnet now. I am not using magnet now. So instead of using magnet, what I am using? I am using a copper wire or any conductor. So I allowed the current to pass through this. So what is happening? It is showing deflection. What does it mean? It means that surrounding the region of a wire, there is a magnetic field here. So because of that magnetic field, this compass is showing deflection. So first thing what scientist Oersted, his name is Oersted, he found out that when a current carrying in a current carrying conductor, so surrounding the region of a current carrying conductor, it produces magnetic field. Clear? So if you allow the current to pass through a conductor, it produces magnetic field. So this we study in the first part. So when you go to the second part, so the scientist Faraday will come, Michael Faraday. So what he has done is, if you allow the current to pass through a conductor, it is producing magnetic effects. So he started doing experiment on that. So when I come to the second part, I will explain you there how with the help of magnetic field we can induce electric current. Okay, so in the first part what we will study? We will study magnetic effect of electric current. That means with the help of current, how magnetic field is produced. That we will study in the first part. So when we go to the second part, so what we will study? With the help of magnetic field, how we will induce electric current. Is that clear? Okay. Before going there, so first thing I explain you what is a magnet. What is a magnet? It is a stone or an object which attracts iron filings and having the capability of producing magnetic field. After that I discussed about magnetic fields. What is a magnetic field? The region around the magnet which exerts force of attraction or force of repulsion, which exerts some force. Okay, so magnetic field lines and imaginary lines which is drawn from north to south, we call it as magnetic field lines. Okay, so how do you know? You know already magnet will have two poles, one is north, one is south. How do you know that if I give you a bar magnet, so this is the bar magnet, how you will identify one is north and one is south? How you will identify? I have already told about this in 8th standard. How you will identify north and south in a given bar magnet. So we have to suspend it. So tie it with a thread, suspend it in air. So the one which seeks towards north, we call it as north pole. The one which seeks towards south, we call it as south pole. Automatically it will align itself in a north side as well as south side. The one which seeks towards north, we call it as north pole, and the one which direct towards south pole, we call it as south pole. So now you know how to identify north pole and south pole. So I have explained you the magnetic field as well as magnetic field lines. Okay, so I said you also that the magnetic field lines is always taken from north to south. So we are going to demonstrate this with an example. So let me take a white sheet. So I will fix one bar magnet. This is north and this is south. Of course, it will have two poles. One is north and one is south. So I will take first white sheet with the help of adhesive material. What I'll do, I'll fix a bar magnet on top of this white sheet. Okay. So let me do the activity here. So with the help of salt sprinkler, okay, so I will sprinkle some iron fillings on top of this. So after sprinkling some iron fillings on top of this, they will arrange themselves in one manner. Okay, let me write that manner. You can see this diagram in your textbook. So this is the way the magnetic field lines will align, sorry, the iron fillings will align in this pattern. Okay, when you observe, so the magnetic, sorry, not the magnetic field, the iron fillings will align themselves in this manner. Okay, so by seeing this diagram, you can say that surrounding the region of a bar magnet, there is the presence of magnetic field. That is the reason there is an attraction of iron fillings. Okay, but how do you get to know the direction of magnetic field is from north to south? Can you say the direction here? Where they will diverge? North pole. Diverging from north to south. How? So presently, you know, we have placed the bar magnet on with the help of adhesive material on a white sheet. We sprinkle some iron filings on this. They have arranged in this pattern. So by seeing this diagram, we can say there is a field around the magnet. So what about magnetic field lines? So what I will do is, so I will do one more activity with the same bar magnet. Okay, I have taken the bar magnet. This is north, this is south. So you know, compass needle is a small bar magnet. Okay, so I have taken a compass needle. I place the compass needle here first. Okay, I am getting direction like this. So this is south, this is north. Now for the end of the north pole, again I'll place the same compass needle. I'll make a direction here. I'll just make a point here. Then I will take the compass needle again. I'll place it next to the end of the north pole. So south pole will be placed to the end of the north pole. Again I am getting deflection like this. Again I will take the same compass. I'll place it in the next position. That is, the south end should be to the north pole. Clear? The end of the south in the compass needle should be towards the north pole of the previous point. So again I will place it here. I am getting direction like this. Again I will place the compass here. I will get direction like this. You know, a compass needle will show deflection, right? So again I will place it here. I will get deflection like this. Again I will place it here. I will get deflection like this. Okay. So this is only what I am getting is only one magnetic field line I got. So what I will do further is I will place the compass needle further above this. Again I will get one more line like this. Again after that. So I will be getting magnetic field lines. This is above the bar magnet. Below the bar magnet also I will do the same thing. I will place compass at every point around the bar magnet. So after this the final result will be, I'll remove the bar magnet. So whatever the points I have made with the help of compass needle, I will join all the points at everywhere wherever I place the compass needle. So I will be getting magnetic field lines like this. So this is how I'll get magnetic field lines. So now, as I already told, the direction of magnetic field is always taken from north to south. So this is the direction of magnetic field. So here this is the direction of magnetic field inside the bar magnet. It is from this side because magnetic field lines will go from here and come from here. Clear? So from this diagram, I can clearly say the properties of bar magnet. Okay, so explain the properties of bar magnet. So first question is, what are magnetic field lines or what is magnetic field? Along with that, they will attach one more question. Explain the properties of bar magnet. Are you hearing, online people? So now I have got the magnetic field lines by doing these two activities. So now we have to explain the properties of bar magnet. So first thing what you observe here is the magnetic field lines outside the bar magnet will always travel from north to south. So first point is the magnetic field lines outside the bar magnet will always travel from north pole to south pole. Second, the magnetic field lines inside the bar magnet will always travel from south to north. So this is the second one, or you can see it like at the north pole, the magnetic field lines appear like emerging out. The magnetic field lines at the north pole appear like they are emerging out. At the south pole, the magnetic field lines appear like they are merging. Clear? So remember this, always north pole they will emerge, at south pole they will merge. So this is the first property. Together, two of this, we will call it as only one property. Outside the magnetic field lines will travel from north to south. Inside the magnetic field lines will travel from south to north. So now the second property is they form continuous closed loops. You can see it here. They are forming closed loops. Okay. So the magnetic field lines form closed loops. So next is no two magnetic field lines will never intersect. Okay. Intersect in the sense, you know, so if this is a magnetic field line, so there won't be any interaction like this. Okay, is it clear? No two magnetic field lines will never intersect. If they intersect, it would mean that at the point of intersection, if you place a compass needle, it has to show two-side deflection, right? So which is highly impossible. Clear? No two magnetic field lines will never intersect. If they intersect, at the point of intersection, the compass needle should show two-side deflection, which is impossible. So this is the third point. Next, fourth point is the degree of closeness of magnetic field lines will give the strength of the magnetic field. The degree of closeness of magnetic field lines. How close the magnetic field lines? So that much strength it will have. Clear? So can you see from the figure where the magnetic field lines are closer? Near south pole and north pole. This is north pole, this is south pole. Near north pole and south pole. So at the poles, the magnetic field lines are closer. At the south, the magnetic field lines are closer. So as you come from north to midpoint, so you can see here they are diverging. The magnetic field lines are diverging. So they are not closer. As you keep on moving from this, what happens? They keep on diverging. So at the poles, the magnetic field strength is more. Poles, at the poles, in the sense whether it is north pole or south pole, magnetic field strength is more. At the mid, so as the rays diverging, what happens? The magnetic field length, magnetic field strength decreases. Clear? Is it clear? So the fourth point is the degree of closeness of magnetic field lines will give the strength of the magnetic field. Is it clear? So these are the points you should remember in the case of properties of magnetic field lines. The first point is outside the bar magnet, the magnetic field lines always travel from north to south, inside south to north, they form closed loops. And the next one is no two magnetic field lines will never intersect. If they intersect at the point of intersection, if you place a compass needle, it would mean it should show two-side deflection, which is highly impossible. Last one, the degree of closeness of magnetic field lines will give the strength of the magnetic field. So this is about properties of magnetic field lines. So now I have completed what is magnet, magnetic field, magnetic lines, two activities, properties of magnetic field lines. Now I will move on to the next concept. Magnetic field in a straight conductor carrying current. So this is a copper wire. I will take it as X, Y. So in order to make the current to flow in a copper wire, what I should apply? So I have to apply voltage. I should use battery. When I apply voltage, what will happen? What is potential difference? The amount of work done in bringing positive charges from one point to another point. So with the help of potential difference, electrons will start moving from negative to positive, whereas holes will start, positive charges will start moving from positive positive terminal to negative terminal. Clear? So as this is positive terminal, this is negative terminal, conventionally the direction of current is from positive to negative. So the direction of current is from X to Y in the conductor. X to Y in the conductor. So I will place a compass needle here. So this is north, this is south. So the direction of current is now from north to south. North to south in the sense Sindhanur to Bangalore, right? So when the direction of current is from north to south, which side the compass needle will deflect? This we should know first. Which side it will deflect? This side or this side? So it will deflect towards east. This side it will deflect. If the direction of current is from north to south, the magnetic field, the compass needle will deflect towards east. If I reverse the current direction, it will deflect towards, it will not deflect. Okay, this is the first case. When I apply voltage, now the current direction is from north to south in a conductor, then the deflection of compass needle is towards east. If I reverse the direction of current, this is negative, this is positive, so voltage is applied. Now the direction of current is from Y to X, south to north. If the direction of current is from south to north, so this is north of the needle, this is south of the needle will deflect towards west. Clear? If the current flows from north to south, the deflection will be towards east. If the current flows from south to north, the deflection will be towards west. Okay, so know this. So as I mentioned, the next topic is magnetic field in a current carrying straight conductor. So in the first, I have taken a bar magnet. I said you around the region there will be magnetic field, and I also explained you how the magnetic field lines will travel and what are the properties of magnetic field in the case of bar magnet. Okay. So our experiment in the first part is what? What is our experiment in the first part? With the help of electric current, we are producing magnetic field, right? So with the help of electric current, where the electric current will pass? In a conductor. So we have to determine how the magnetic field, how the magnetic field lines will be, and on what basis the magnetic field strength depends in the case of current carrying conductor. If the conductor is straight, how the magnetic field is produced, how the magnetic field lines will be, and how the strength varies. If the conductor is bent in the form of a circular loop, again we will study the same thing, how magnetic field will be, how the magnetic field lines will change, and can we increase magnetic field strength, can we decrease magnetic field strength. Same in the case of loop. So I will rotate the loop, I will take several terms like in the form of helical shape, spring. So there also we will be studying the production of magnetic field as well as magnetic strength. Clear? So first case is magnetic field in a straight conductor carrying current. This is a straight conductor carrying current. I will name it as X and Y. This is positive of the battery, negative of the battery. So when I apply voltage, what will happen? Current will start flowing from X to Y. So X to Y. So here also I will do the same thing what I have done in the previous experiment. I will fix a white sheet here. So what I will do next? I will start pouring iron filings on this. Okay. So they will start aligning themselves in a concentric circles. So after pouring iron filings on this, those iron filings will start aligning themselves in a concentric circles. Clear? So this is how, let me draw it more precisely. So this is how the iron filings will align themselves in this pattern. Clear? Now we got to know that iron filings are aligning themselves in a concentric circles. So what about the direction of magnetic field here? How the magnetic field lines will travel from north to south. So to determine the direction of magnetic field lines in the case of a straight conductor carrying current, we use right hand thumb rule. Maxwell's right hand thumb rule. So according to the Maxwell's right hand thumb rule, thumb indicates the direction of electric current, thumb indicates the direction of electric current, wrapping up of the fingers will indicate the direction of magnetic field lines. Understood? Wrapping indicates the direction of magnetic field lines. So this point will be north. So north to south. This will be the direction of electric current. If the current flows up, direction of magnetic field will be like this. If the current flows down, direction of magnetic field will be like this. Is it clear? So now see from the diagram, the current is from top to down. So top to down, the direction of magnetic field will be like this. Hinging bartava. So that is from this to this direction. Is it visible? Okay, now this is X, this is Y. So current is flowing from X to Y. So X to Y. So this side it is going towards the board. This side it is going towards the board. This side it is coming out of the board. Right? So the magnetic field lines will be like this. Clear? Clear? So in the previous experiment, when the current is flowing from north to south, the deflection of compass needle is towards east. And if the current is flowing from south to north, the deflection is towards west. So now, here also I will reverse the direction of current. How I will reverse? This I will make it negative, this I will make it as positive. Current is flowing from Y to X. So here current is flowing from Y to X. So what will happen? Will the direction of magnetic field lines will be same? Huh? Opposite. How you say opposite? By using right hand rule. So I am showing left hand, sorry. I am using chalk, so I am showing left hand. We will use right hand. We will use right hand for to determine the direction of magnetic field lines, not to eat. For eating also we will use right hand, right? So with the help of this, now can you show me the direction of magnetic field in the diagram? West. This is west. This is east. East to west or west to east? East to north to south. So it is going like this. So this side they will go inside, this side they will come out. So that is from west to east. So this is how we determine the direction of magnetic field lines in the case of a straight conductor carrying current by doing two activities. First, what I will do, I will pour iron fillings on that. After pouring iron fillings on that, the second thing what I will do, I will start placing compass needle at every point. So after placing compass needle at every point, I will get the direction of magnetic field is from this side to this side. After that, what Maxwell's will do is, he will give one law easily to determine the direction of magnetic field lines in the case of straight conductor. That is right hand thumb rule. Thumb indicates the direction of electric current. Wrapping up of fingers will give the direction of magnetic field lines. Clear? So now this is about, sorry, I forgot to say, you are not asking me anything, so I forgot. Okay, let me redraw the same diagram. So what is our purpose? To determine magnetic field lines and properties. What are the properties? What will be the strength of this? How much strength it will give? Depending on magnetic field lines. If they are closer, magnetic field strength will be more. See, from the diagram, I will be writing more concentric circles. So as you go away from the wire, what is happening? So magnetic field strength. Abhishek, calm down. So as you go away from the wire, current carrying conductor, what happens? Magnetic field strength decreases. So as you come closer to the current carrying conductor, magnetic field strength increases. Clear? That means the magnetic field strength is inversely proportional to distance. If distance increases, magnetic field strength decreases. If distance decreases, magnetic field strength increases. So now I will do one more experiment with this. So I will increase the current voltage. You know, voltage is directly proportional to electric current provided with some resistance which is constant. So when I increase voltage, what happens to current? Current also increases. So if current also increases, magnetic field strength also increases. Here, how magnetic field strength will increase, sir? How do you know magnetic field strength will increase? Compass deflection. So compass will show more deflection. If the needle is deflecting more, that means the magnetic field strength is more. Clear? So this is how we determine magnetic field strength in the case of a straight conductor carrying current. If distance increases, magnetic field strength decreases. If current increases, magnetic field strength increases. That means the magnetic field is directly proportional to the electric current. If current is more, magnetic field is more. So let me take B as a symbol for magnetic field is directly proportional to I. So similarly, B is inversely proportional to R, distance. Clear? Is it clear? So next concept is magnetic field in a circular loop. I will take current carrying straight conductor. Now I will take magnetic field in a circular loop. Wait a minute. Suraj, ನಾನು ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ. ಸೂರಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಳಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೂಪ್. So earlier I was using straight conductor, now I will bend it in the form of a circle. This is how it is now. Okay. This is connected to positive of the battery, the other end is connected to negative of the battery. So the current direction is from positive to negative. Clear? So now what is our purpose? We have to determine magnetic field lines and as well as direction of magnetic field lines in a current carrying circular loop, and also how the strength varies. If we increase current, what happens? If we move away from the circular loop, what happens? If we increase the number of turns, what happens? So this we are going to find out. So first thing, before doing this, what I will do, I will place two sheets this side and this side. I'll pour some iron fillings, then I'll get the pattern both sides. Then by placing compass needle at every point, I'll get the direction of magnetic field lines, right? So instead of doing that, there are some scientists, they made physics easy for us, like Maxwell's. So he gave one more law, Maxwell's corkscrew rule. Maxwell's corkscrew rule. So screwing it, you know how the screw is screwed. So if you rotate like this, screw will move in. If you rotate like in the opposite direction, screw will move out, right? So the movement of screw will give the direction of electric current. The rotation of the screw will give the direction of magnetic field lines. It is like this. If I rotate it like this, screw will move this side. If I rotate it like this, screw will move this side. It is same as thumb rule. No difference. Clear? So same here also, the direction of magnetic field is from this side to this side. So now use the thumb rule only. Current is going up this side. inside they will merge, right? ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ current. So come this side. This side also it is merging. It is going inside. So it is going inside, and that side it is coming outside. This side also it is coming outside. So let me draw it. So now tell me, it is going like this, here it will merge. So the direction will go like this, right? So now come this side. This side also, current is going down, magnetic field lines will move inside. So magnetic field lines will move inside. Clear? So just see the diagram. The magnetic field lines are merging in. If they are merging in, which side it is? South or north? So this side is south. So the other side, they are emerging out. That side is north. Clear? See, negative terminal, we are getting north. Same positive terminal, we are getting south. So as the magnetic field lines keep on traveling at the center of the circular loop, so we will get a straight line passing to the origin of the circular loop. So on that straight line will have now north as well as south. We get north pole as well as south pole. Whichever side in the circular loop the magnetic field lines will merge, that is south. Whichever side they will emerge, that is north. Is it clear? Let me explain with the help of Maxwell's Kraskowski rule, or you can take it as right hand thumb rule. So we can determine the direction of magnetic field lines in the circular loop. So this side, as current is going up, the magnetic field lines are merging in the loop, and coming to this side, here also the magnetic field lines are merging in the loop. So as they are merging this side, we consider this side as south. As the magnetic field lines are emerging out from the other end, we name it as south. Clear? So this is how we determine the magnetic field lines direction in the case of a circular loop carrying current. Now our next goal is to determine what happens to the magnetic field lines or magnetic field strength when you go away from the circular loop. When you go away from the circular loop, what will happen? The distance between the two consecutive magnetic field lines will increase. So as the distance increases, magnetic field strength decreases. So we know if we go away from the if we go away from the circular loop, the magnetic field strength decreases. If I increase the current, magnetic field strength increases. And now what I will do is, instead of taking a single circular loop, so I will take number of turns. This is positive, this is negative. So what will happen? The magnitude of current will increase. Because see, earlier there was one magnetic field line. Now I have increased one more turn. What happens? One more magnetic field line will overlap with that. So what happens? The magnitude of magnetic field line will increase. So as the magnitude increases, magnetic field strength also will increase. So magnetic field strength depends on the number of turns of the coil. Clear? So first thing, as the distance increases, magnetic field strength decreases. As the current increases, magnetic field strength increases. If we increase the number of turns of the loop, circular loop, magnetic field strength also increases. Clear? So these are the three things you should remember in the case of a current carrying circular loop. Clear? So at the center of the circular loop, what happens? We will get a straight line passing through the origin. The side which emerges, we call it as north. Side which merges, we call it as south. Is it clear? So now what we will do is, we will take a helical coil. Okay, it is named as solenoid. Magnetic field in a solenoid. What is this? Plug key. Battery. Coil, circular coil, which is owned in the form of a cylinder. It is insulated. Insulated in the sense, you know. ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ಶೋರ್. Atia Sultan, you sent. Okay. Solenoid is a long insulated copper wire owned in the form of a cylinder. Okay. So it is connected to a battery and plug key. So what happens when you connect a battery? Current will start flowing in a solenoid. Hinge hogutte current. Hinge hogi hinge barutte. Hinge hogi. Okay, it will go like this. So now, as the current is flowing in a magnetic field, let me give you an example. This is circular loop. Okay. So at the center of the circular loop, I am getting a straight line passing through the origin. That means this side, if current is going like this, magnetic field lines are like this, right? Right? Magnetic field lines are like this. This is north or south? South. This is north. Right? Right? So now I have taken the wire like this. What happens? I will get magnetic field lines like this, here like this, right? Now I will take one more wire, one more like this, same way I will get a spring. So what happens? These lines will keep on adding, I will get a magnetic field lines like this. Out of line hoguttala. Okay, let me draw it here. So in the solenoid, the magnetic field lines, whatever we get, is similar to bar magnet. We will be getting magnetic field lines like this. How to identify the magnetic field lines? Same activity. Do the same activity, we will get the magnetic field lines. Okay, this is how the magnetic pattern we will be getting in the case of solenoid carrying electric current. So as I said, the magnetic field lines obtained in the case of a solenoid is similar to the bar magnet. So which side is north, which side is south here? This is north, this is south. No, this is north, this is south. So how to determine north and south pole in the case of solenoid? I will say you. Okay, there is one alternative method, shortcut. So using that shortcut, you can easily remember. So as current is flowing like this, we are getting magnetic field lines in the case of a solenoid like this, similar to the bar magnet. In the case of bar magnet, so at the middle of the bar magnet, how the magnetic field lines will be? Straight line, parallel, straight parallel lines we will get. So since the magnetic field lines in the case of a solenoid also same as bar magnet, so the magnetic field lines inside the solenoid will be parallel to each other. Since they are parallel to each other, the magnetic field strength will be uniform inside the solenoid. If the lines are parallel, the magnetic field strength will be uniform. So inside the solenoid, the magnetic field strength will be uniform. Clear? So same as bar magnet. So the magnetic field lines outside the bar magnet travel from north to south. So here also, as this is north, the magnetic field lines will travel from north to south outside the solenoid and south to north inside the solenoid. Clear? So now presently I know if I increase the current, what happens? Magnetic field strength also will increase because magnetic field lines will increase. Because magnetic field lines will increase, that will lead to strength of the magnetic field. Because we know the property of magnetic field lines, that is the degree of closeness of magnetic field lines will increase the strength of the magnetic field. So as I increase the electric current, magnetic field strength increases. As the magnetic field strength increases, what happens? Inside the solenoid, there is a uniform magnetic field. That uniform magnetic field also will increase. So now what I will do, I know there is a uniform magnetic field inside the solenoid. I will take a soft iron core. Soft iron core. Pure iron I will take. I will place that soft iron core inside this solenoid. So what will happen? This soft iron core will get magnetized. Get magnetized in the sense it gets the properties of magnet. It will behave as a magnet. When I insert a soft iron core inside a solenoid, what happens? The soft iron core will turn into a magnet because it gets the properties. It will get magnetized. Since it will get magnetized, it will behave like a magnet. Clear? So this kind of magnet we call it as electromagnet. By using electricity, we are getting magnet. So it is named as electromagnet. Is it clear? So this is about solenoid as well as electromagnet. Any questions till now? If we soft iron core will get magnetized. No, until and unless you remove this current, it will be magnetized. Once you remove the current, what happens? It will lose its property. So it cannot be a permanent magnet. It is a temporary magnet. Clear? We have done this experiment in one exhibition. Now we have taken a Nile, we have insulated the Nile with an insulated copper wire. Then we connected that copper wire to a battery. That iron Nile will act as a magnet. So this is what electromagnet that they have included in the syllabus. Clear? Once you remove this soft iron core, what happens? It is just a solenoid if you remove it. Okay, so once if you remove this electric current, what happens? It will get demagnetized. Magnetized, demagnetized. Once it magnetized, it will behave like a magnet. Once it demagnetized, it will behave like a soft iron core. Clear? So this is about solenoid. Next concept is force on a conductor or current carrying conductor. In a magnetic field. So just understand this. Force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. So what does it mean? Okay, force on a current carrying conductor means there is a conductor which is carrying current. Force on a current carrying conductor. So force is exerted on the current carrying conductor. Where? In the magnetic field. Okay. So you allow the current to pass through a straight conductor. That straight conductor is placed in a magnetic field. So that straight conductor will experience some force. Clear? It is simple. Let me show you how simple it is. This is North Pole, this is South Pole. This is my magnet. Now Vasant Reddy will come. Sir, I have also magnet. He will bring his magnet. So this is North and South. You know, in the case of bar magnet, like poles will attract each other? Never. Only boy and a girl will attract. Boy will never attract. Same way, like poles will repel each other, unlike poles will attract each other. So north and south will attract, right? So surrounding this region, there is a magnetic field. What is magnetic field? Which exerts some force. It may be attraction or it may be repulsion. So there is a force, right? Right or wrong? So when I bring this magnet near this, what happens? There is a force, whether it may attract, it may repel. Now instead of magnet, I will use a straight wire conductor carrying current. Surrounding this region there is a magnetic field. So if I bring bar magnet near this, what will happen? What is this? Copper wire. So what is this? So instead of straight wire, I will bring a solenoid. This is positive, this is negative. Solenoid will behave like a bar magnet. So this is bar magnet now. This is bar magnet. What happens? Repel each other or attract each other depending on the poles, right? So there exists some force. That force only we are talking about. Force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. With the presence of magnetic field, the conductor will experience some force. Is it clear? For that, we are going to do one activity. Okay. Let me take a horseshoe magnet. This is the horseshoe magnet. Even though it will have poles, this is north, this is south. So in between this, I will place one conductor. This is the conductor I am placing in between the magnetic field. Okay. So this conductor should carry some current, right? So I will take a stand. So I will hang it here. Okay, this is a current carrying wire. So here I have kept a battery. So the negative end is connected here, positive end is connected here. One is positive, one is negative. So what is happening now? So we got current carrying conductor. We got current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Is that current carrying conductor is in the magnetic field? Right? Right or wrong? So when I start allowing the current to pass through this conductor will produce magnetic field around the conductor, right? So there is already the presence of magnetic field, and also as this conductor produces some magnetic field, what happens? There will be some force on this conductor. Clear? So after it exerts some force, which side the conductor will move? This is north, this is north. Which side it will move? This side it will move. If this is south, it will move this side. Same way, which side it will move? So that is given by Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, the motion of the conductor or the direction of the conductor is given by Fleming's left hand rule. So according to the Fleming's left hand rule, arrange three fingers of your left hand, thumb, forefinger and middle finger mutually perpendicular to each other. Thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor. Thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor or force. Forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Middle finger indicates the direction of electric current. Clear? So according to Fleming's left hand rule, arrange three fingers of your left hand, thumb, forefinger and middle finger mutually perpendicular to each other. Thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor. Forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Middle finger indicates the direction of electric current. Is it clear? Okay. Now let me explain with the diagram. With the diagram I'll explain. Okay. So you remember this motion of conductor, electric current, magnetic field. If you come in order, first one is motion of conductor, magnetic field, current. Direction of electric current is given by middle finger, direction of magnetic field is given by forefinger, direction of motion of conductor is given by thumb. So now see from the figure, we have north pole, we have south pole. Direction of magnetic field lines outside the magnet will always from north to south. So here this is north, this is south. That means the magnetic field lines is from up to down, north to south, correct? So now current, let me take the direction of current. Current is going like this, positive to negative. So here the direction of current is from this side to this side, that side to this side. See, I will show. So which finger indicates the direction of magnetic field in this? Thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor. Okay. Forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Magnetic field direction is now from the figure. See, it is from north to south. North to south. Current direction is, you can see from the figure. Inverted. Okay, let me show according to the figure. Direction of magnetic field is from up to down. Direction of electric current is from this side to this side. The motion of conductor will be given by thumb. That means the conductor will move towards you. Clear? See, this is the conductor, this is the arc magnet. So now current in barta hai. So as the current is flowing like this conductor will move towards this. Clear? Clear? This is the arc magnet. So direction of magnetic field in the case of arc magnet is north to south. So magnetic field direction is from up to down. So current is from this side to this side. So as the current is flowing like this, so the direction of force of conductor or motion of conductor is towards you. If I reverse the current will go like this. So magnetic field will be from north to south. So current direction is towards this. Which side it will move? When current was like this, the conductor moved towards you. Now current is like this, conductor will move towards me, towards this, towards the board. Clear? Is it clear? Yes. Yes. Yeah, let me know how much you have understood. I will give you the direction of magnetic field as well as direction of current. You have to tell me which side the conductor will move. Clear? I will ask you answer, then at a time all should answer. The direction of magnetic field is from down to up. Direction of magnetic field is from down to up. This is for my reference. Okay. Direction of current is from this side to this side. Direction of current is from this side to this side. Tell me the direction of conductor. Which side it will move? Towards. Okay, let me show it. Direction of magnetic field. So this is the direction of magnetic field. You have to hold these three mutually perpendicular to each other. This should be perpendicular to this, and this should be perpendicular to this. See, these two are perpendicular, and if you close this, these two are perpendicular. Okay. So direction of magnetic field is towards this. Direction of electric current. Sorry, direction of magnetic field. I said from top to down. So this is the direction of magnetic field. Current is this side. So direction of motion of the conductor is towards you. Clear? Did you understand? We will go with one more trial. Okay. Now the direction of magnetic field is this. This side to this side is the direction of magnetic field. Okay. Current direction is towards this side. Okay. It is not possible because these two should be mutually perpendicular to each other. No, it is possible with hand. It is possible. Now see, one is moving this side, one is moving this side. But it is not possible because these three should be mutually perpendicular to each other. So now let me give the magnetic field direction. Magnetic field direction is from this side to this side. Current direction is from up to down. Current direction is from up to down. Yeah, which side the conductor will move? The board. There are two boards now. See, one more board is there. Towards the board. So let me show it. Current direction down, magnetic field direction this side. So thumb is towards me. So direction of magnetic field is towards me. Clear? One more trial. Last. Hope you have understood. So last one experiment I will give. Last one problem I will give. So the direction of magnetic field is towards the board. Direction of magnetic field towards the board. Direction of current down to top. Direction of magnetic field towards board. Direction of current upside. Direction of magnetic field is left side. Towards the right hand. Yes, very good. So you reverse the current, you reverse the magnetic field. Direction of motion of conductor also reverses. Clear? So this is how force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field works. So this principle we will be using in electric motor. What I have done, with the help of magnet, I have placed one magnet. I am allowing the current to pass through the magnet. What is happening? Sorry, allowing the current to pass through the conductor. So what is happening in the conductor? Conductor is moving. So motion will come into picture, right? So with the help of current, we can move. We can move some objects. So that is motor. I'll explain next. Did you understand? Clear now? You want me to explain once again? Yes? No? Okay. What is a motor? You have seen 3 Idiot movie. What is a motor? Which convert electrical energy into? How it will convert? So that we are going to discuss now. How motor will convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. So you know total mechanical energy. You know mechanical energy. What is mechanical energy? What is potential energy? What is kinetic energy? What is mechanical energy? You have studied in 9th standard. Total mechanical energy is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy, right? Right? Potential energy is the stored energy. Kinetic, the energy possessed by the body by virtue of its position is potential energy. The energy possessed by the body by virtue of its motion is kinetic energy. The energy obtained by summing these two we call it as total energy. So now you know what is mechanical energy. Clear? Now, so I was discussing about motor. See, in motor there are two devices. One is AC motor, one is DC motor. AC stands for alternate current motor, DC stands for direct current motor. So we will just study only motor here. Okay. If you want to know the difference between AC motor and DC motor, let me explain later. Okay. So motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So remember this, motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So it consists of motor consists of let me draw the diagram. Later you can later I will explain. This is the north pole. This is the south pole. This is the axle. So this is connected to split ring. First split ring I will take it as P. The other split ring I will take it as Q. And this is connected to brush B1. We call this as carbon brushes. Carbon brushes B1 and B2. And further this is connected to battery because the electrical energy we should give, that will be converted into mechanical energy. So this is connected to plug key. So plug key is on, so current will start flowing. Okay, in the construction, what you have to write is this is a rectangular coil wounded with a copper coil. One rectangular. Okay, this is a rectangular coil. I will surround it with a copper wire, insulated copper wire. Then I will place it here. So this I will call it as armature coil. This is called as armature coil. Clear? Rectangular coil wounded with an insulated copper wire, we call it as armature coil A, B, C, D. This armature coil is placed in between two powerful magnets. One is north, one is south. You know two powerful magnets, one is north and one is south. So on what principle electric motor works? Just previously I have discussed the force on a current carrying conductor due to the magnetic field or magnetic effect of electric current. Electric motor works on the principle of magnetic effect of electric current or force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, or when a rectangular coil is placed between two powerful magnets, the coil starts rotating on passing electric current through the coil. So this is the principle in which motor works. When the rectangular coil or armature coil is placed between two powerful magnets and current is allowed to pass through the armature coil, the coil starts rotating. So this is the principle electric motor works, or simply it works on the principle of magnetic effect of electric current or force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Clear? So you people always go with the small one, magnetic effect of electric current. Never go with that. So remember, when a armature coil is placed between two powerful magnets, when the current is allowed to pass through this armature coil, the armature coil will rotate. So this is the principle the motor works. Clear? Still 45 minutes is there. Let me explain how it works. Outside the magnet, bar magnet, the magnetic field lines travel from. So here the direction of magnetic field lines is from north to south, right? So current, this is positive. Oh, I did not explain the construction, right? Let me finish that. So this is connected to a axle. Axle in the sense, you might have seen a fan, fan ceiling, there will be like this. That is what we call it as axle. You take DC motor only, direct DC motor. Let me draw the rough diagram of DC motor. So this is axle. So why this axle is used for? If I connect something like fan, what happens? It will start rotating, clockwise or anti-clockwise. According to the Fleming's left hand rule. That is why he has given rule. You have to follow Fleming's, otherwise you will get wrong answers. Okay, follow Fleming's. Now follow me. Now I am using two carbon brushes, B1 and B2, split rings. This is also called as commutator split ring. This ring is split into two parts. So we call it as commutator split ring. Okay, why this split ring? What is the use of this split ring? I will explain. Remind me if I forget. Why this commutator split ring is used. So now see, current will start flowing. These two brushes are fixed. They will not change. Once the coil rotates, P and Q will also change. So this is P, this is Q. Once the coil rotates, this will also rotate. P will come this side, Q will go that side. So that is how it will rotate. So now current is connected to B1. B1 is connected to P, commutator split ring P. So P is connected to this wire. So current will start flowing from A to B, B to C, and then C to D, and finally it will come back to D to. Now you know, in the first case current is flowing from A to B, right? We will use Fleming's left hand rule now. Okay, magnetic field direction, north to south. Current direction, A to B up, magnetic field direction this. See, whatever you do, never change the position. See, I am holding it like this. If direction of magnetic field is down, just turn it like this. This position should not change. This position should not change. Okay, now see from the diagram, the direction of current is from A to B. So current direction is middle finger. Direction of magnetic field is from north to south. That means the conductor will move down. Clear? Let me show it with an example. Okay, this is AB, A to B current is flowing. Direction of magnetic field is towards this. So direction of magnetic field is towards this. Current is flowing towards me. Magnetic field is towards this. So it will be like this. Okay, see, from the diagram only I will show. Current is up, magnetic field is this side. Magnetic field is this side, current is up. The thumb is towards the board. Thumb is towards the board. See, I will show it with this. Current is going up. Magnetic field is this side. Thumb is towards the board. That means this conductor will rotate like this. That means AB part will move down. AB part will move down. Okay. Now come this side. Come the other side. Current is from C to D. Direction of current is down. Magnetic field same direction. So this will move towards you. So that means this is AB. AB is moving down and CD is moving up. So first off, it is rotating like this. So the coil will start rotating like this. So due to the moment of inertia, it will make complete rotation. You know moment of inertia? What is moment of inertia? Tendency of a body to remain in the state of rest or to change the state of rest. There are three types of inertia: inertia of direction, inertia of motion, inertia of rest. Now what happens due to the inertia? It will make a complete rotation. See, when I allow the current to pass through this, what happens? It is rotating like this. Will it stop here only? So as it is cutting the magnetic field, due to the motion, it will make another off. Now, still current started flowing from which direction? Earlier this was A, this was B, this was C, this was D. Now after rotation, DC, PA. How current will flow now? Same direction. So again it will rotate. So current continuous flow ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So motor continuous ಆಗಿ run ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So this is how motor works. Clear? So first off, let me explain in detail. In the first case, current started flowing from ABCD. So it rotated in this direction. After the rotation, B will come here, right? A will come here. This will become B. This will become C. C. Split rings also will change. So this will become P. This will become Q. Earlier current was flowing from ABCD. Now C, DC, EA, DCBA. Correct? So here also current is flowing in the up direction, magnetic field is in the same direction, rotation will be in the same direction. There is no change in the rotation. Okay. See, first half current is flowing from ABCD, second half current direction has changed. Why did it change? Due to the rotation of the coil. It is not due to the rotation of the coil, it is because of commutator split ring. So commutator split ring's main job is to change the direction of the current. Okay, so commutator split ring reverses the direction of current in the coil. This is the work of the commutator split ring. Earlier it was going from ABCD, now the current direction is reversed, that is from DC BA. Is it clear? So this is how electric motor work. So did you understand? Brushes will not change. Brushes will be fixed. Only this will rotate. Brushes will be fixed. Any other questions? So why we use carbon brushes? In order to allow the current to pass through that, so we need something. If we connect brush to this only, what happens? Complete thing will rotate. Along with that, wire also will rotate. Wire alla sutkonbiಡ್ತಾವ. So that is why we will use carbon brushes in order to so this will be just touching this. So to make the contact of the current to flow in the circuit, we will use carbon brushes. Why we will use motor? We need fan. So what are the applications of electric motor? What are the applications of electric motor? Where we will use motor? Fan, washing machine. No. So remote car, refrigerator, trimmer, where else? Helicopter, drilling machine. Where else will use electric motors? Motor pump, water pump, vacuum cleaner, bubbling machine. Okay, so those are the applications of motor. So I have mentioned it clearly. There are two devices. One is AC motor, one is DC motor. Is DC motor clear? This is DC motor. Whatever I have explained is DC motor. In the case of DC motor, what rings we will use? Split rings we will use. In the case of AC motor, they will have slip rings. Slip rings. Okay, only this is there for syllabus. I will not go with the AC motor. You want me to explain AC motor? I will explain. Explain, huh? Okay, let me explain. So AC motor in the sense alternate current motor. Alternate current motor. So alternate current motor in the sense we are not changing the current. Whatever the current we get to our household circuits is AC or DC. DC. AC. Which current you are getting it our homes, houses? AC or DC? DC means direct current, battery, acid batteries, Amaran batteries, so lithium-ion batteries. So those are all DC without using any external source, direct current. Okay, cells, small cells, watch cell, all those are DC. So whatever the current we are getting from through transmission lines, that is AC. So DC current graph is like this. So that means only one side we will be getting current. Whereas AC, positive of cycle, negative of cycle, positive of cycle, negative of cycle. Direct current graph is just like this. You will get a straight line. Straight line you will get. So this is DC, this is AC. Current is not same. Every second the current will keep on changing. It will change positive of cycle to negative of cycle. Whereas DC, the current direction is only in one direction, that is positive to negative. So you know what current we are using is AC, correct? So what device we are using in fan is DC. When AC current is coming to a DC motor, it has to move in two sides. First, it should rotate. See, what we have used is DC here, battery. Positive, the current started flowing from positive to negative only. But if I use AC, first off it will go positive, next off it will go negative. So current direction keeps on changing. As current direction keeps on changing, rotation also should change now, right? But still, fan will rotate only in one direction. Why? Because we are using it is DC only, but whatever the current we are giving is AC now. We will use a device called rectifier. Rectifier is a device which converts AC current into DC current. So fan will have rectifiers. So whatever the AC current comes, that will be converted into DC. So fan will start rotating in only one direction. You might have seen washing machines, which will rotate in two directions. First this side, next this side, first this side. So there we will not have rectifiers if it is DC motor. If it is AC motor, no need to use rectifiers. It is AC motor only, it will rotate in two sides. Clear? So let me explain AC motor. So in AC motor, we will have slip rings. Slip rings. So this slip rings I will take it as S1. This slip ring I will take it as S2. So here also I will use two carbon brushes. This is B1, this is B2. Again this is connected to positive of the battery, negative of the battery, plug key. So here the source is DC. We are converting electrical energy into mechanical energy. So whatever the current I give is same. AC motor, DC motor started rotating only in one direction, whereas AC motor both the direction, first of this side, second of this side, but without changing the current. We will not touch the current. We will change only the split rings. Instead of using split rings, we are using slip rings. Split rings changes the reverse the direction of electric current, whereas slip rings, we don't know what it will do. Let us see what it will do. So now current is flowing from V1. Hello? Voice break ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಲಿಟ್ರ್ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ? ಇನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಬಾಯಿ ಒಳಗಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಲಾ? Is it audible now? ಇದು ವೈರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಸರ್? Is it audible? Hello? Is it audible? Okay. So current started flowing from D1. So this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So current is going from A to B. So which rule you are using? Fleming's left hand thumb rule alla. Fleming's left hand rule aste. Fleming's left hand thumb rule anta. Fleming's left hand Maxwell's crack rule helbidu ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು. Fleming's left hand rule. Okay. So according to the Fleming's left hand rule, thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor, forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, middle finger indicates the direction of electric current. So current is going from A to B. Same in the case of last case DC. The direction of AB is downward, right? Direction of CD is upside. So first case there is no change. In the first rotation there is no change. So current is going up, magnetic field is this side. Sorry, this is the current. This is the current. So current is going up, magnetic field is towards this, and the AB will move towards board. So I have written towards board, and here CD, current is down, magnetic field is this side, CD will move up. So first off, the armature will rotate like this. So due to the inertia, it will come back. Okay, so first half is completed now. Second half, let me write the second half, the other side. This is north, this is south. See now, while writing the second half, first half is rotated that side. Now this will become D, this will become C, this will become B, this will become A. Right? See from this diagram, AB is connected to smaller arm or bigger arm. Smaller arm. So AB is connected to smaller arm. It will just rotate like that. So CD is connected to bigger arm. Now this is connected to same slip ring. This is connected to same slip ring. This is B1. This is carbon brush B2. This is slip ring 1. This is slip ring 2. This is connected to positive of the battery, plug key, and this is connected to negative of the battery. Okay. So now current will start flowing again from the same direction. B1. Check where B1 is connected. B1 is connected to S1. Hello? B1 is connected to S1. So current will start flowing from this way. First half, how the current direction was? A, B, C, D. Now second half, A, B, C, D. Second half also A, B, C, D. Now you know in the previous case, commutator splitting is the reason to reverse the direction of current. So in this, with the help of slip ring, it will not reverse the direction of current. So, but what happens? So let us see what happens. So magnetic field is from north to south. So current is going like this. So current is up, magnetic field is this side. The the arm AB will move down. So CD, current is down, magnetic field is this side, CD will move up, CD will move up like this. So see, first half the rotation of the coil is towards this, second half the rotation of the coil is towards this. Again, then next, it will move this side, it will move this side, it will move this side, it will move this side. So we get AC motor. Clear? Boys? So this is any doubt? So this is how AC motor works. Clear? So next concept is, first part is over now. Worsted, whatever the thing we have discussed till now is, with the help of electric current, we produced magnetic field. Now, from now onwards, with the help of magnetic field, we will induce electric current. Okay. So, next concept is electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic what does it say? Electricity is produced by magnet. Magnet will produce electricity. Magnet will produce electricity. Electricity is produced by magnet. Same. So, electromagnetic induction, inducing electricity using magnetic field. Inducing electricity using magnetic field. Okay, this is just the concept. Okay, it is not a definition. Inducing electricity using magnetic field. Okay, Faraday is the scientist who had started thinking, is the reverse effect possible or not, and he started doing an experiment. Okay, let me go with that experiment. He has taken a insulated copper wire. He surrounded with a cardboard, wooden round cardboard, like agarbatti cardboard, you know, round shape. Or you take a plastic pipe, surround it with a copper coil. So now connect this to a galvanometer. What is galvanometer? It measures electric current. Ammeter is the device used to measure electric current. Galvanometer is a device used to detect very small current. Though there is a small current, galvanometer show deflection. So galvanometer is a device. It is a sensitive device used to detect very small current. So now what he will do is, he will take a bar magnet. Of course, you know, bar magnet will have magnetic field as well as magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines, I will say it as magnetic flux. Magnetic field lines and magnetic flux are magnetic field lines only. Okay, there is a slight difference between magnetic field lines as well as magnetic flux. We will not worry about that. We will just take it as magnetic flux. Okay, so when I move this magnet inside this coil, what happens? What I am doing? Inducing of electricity using magnetic field. Surrounding this magnetic field is there, or magnetic flux is there. So I am moving the magnet with respect to the coil. So this galvanometer started showing deflection. Earlier it was to the zero. Now it started showing deflection. Deflection in the sense, this is the galvanometer. Okay, there is a coil here. I am moving the magnet inside the coil. This galvanometer will show deflection. Only this much. only this much. I move, it will show. Again, it will come back to 0. I remove, it will show opposite deflection, it will come back to 0. I will throw the magnet inside this, it will show the deflection like this, come back to 0. I will throw the magnet in reverse manner. Earlier, I was throwing it with north facing. It is showing towards this. Now I will throw with the south facing. What happens? It will show this side. That means if I change the direction of poles, the induced current direction also will change. Clear? Now what I will do? Earlier it was showing only this much. Okay. So I will increase the strength of this magnet. Strength of the magnet, you know, it will be more stronger for attraction as well as repulsion. I will, now this is a strong magnet. I will move it. What happens? This will show little bit more. Come back to 0. I will reverse it. Move it. It will show this side. Come back to 0. You are understanding? Now my copper coil was this much. I have wounded the copper coil in around a cardboard like this. Now I will increase this copper coil from here to here. Same galvanometer, same magnet. Before copper coil was this, the deflection was only this much. Now copper coil is this much big. I move the magnet inside the copper coil, deflection is more. Clear? So what you can say? What you can say? What you have studied in the previous session. If you increase current, magnetic field strength increases. If we go away from the wire, magnetic field strength decreases. If we increase the number of turns of the coil, magnetic field strength increases. So here, what I am doing is, I am inducing current. I want current, I have magnet and coil. So I will take the coil, I will move the magnet inside this, I will get the current. So that current is produced or not will be, induced or not will be shown by galvanometer. Now what I will do, I will take north pole, I will move it, deflection is only little bit. Next I will reverse that, I will move it inside, the deflection is opposite. Next I will increase the strength of the magnet, I will move, deflection is little bit more. I will reverse this, deflection is opposite, little bit more. I will increase the number of turns of the coil, I will move it, deflection is more. So again I will reverse this, deflection is more. I will increase the speed with which the coil moves with the magnet. The magnet moves inside the coil, deflection is more. I will reverse it, deflection is more in the opposite direction. Clear? So by doing this, what you are getting, if you increase the strength of the magnet, the induced current will be more. If you increase the number of turns of coil, induced current will be more. If you increase the speed of the magnet with which the magnet moves inside the coil, the current induced will be more. Clear? On this basis, Faraday will give two laws. So first law is called as electromagnetic induction. First law of Faraday's law, we call it as electromagnetic induction. See, surrounding this, what will be there? Magnetic flux. Whenever the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes. I forgot to say one more. If this is stationary, will it show deflection? It will not show deflection. Only if magnetic flux linked with the coil should change the sense, it has to move inside this, then only it will show deflection. So definition of Faraday's first law is, whenever the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes, an induced current will develop in the coil or produced in the coil, or induced EMF is produced in the coil. Whenever the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes, induced EMF is produced in the coil. This is the Faraday's first law. Whenever the magnetic flux or magnetic field lines linked with the coil changes, induced EMF is developed. So second law, the magnitude of induced EMF, magnitude in the sense how much more it is increased. The the magnitude of induced EMF depends on strength of the magnetic field, number of turns of coil, then speed with which the magnet moves inside the coil. So this is the second law of Faraday. First law, the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes, induced EMF is developed in the coil. Second law, the magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to the strength of the magnet, number of turns of the coil of the magnet, and the speed with which the magnet moves inside the coil. Is it clear? These are the two laws of Faraday's. Clear? You are getting sleep? Karthik, don't sleep, huh? Okay, what Faraday has done, he has taken an insulated copper wire and wounded on a wooden cardboard which is in cylinder shape, and then he connected it to a galvanometer. He inserted magnet in the coil, then the galvanometer started showing deflection. Then he got to know with the help of magnet he can induce electric current. Then he gave two laws. First law, the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes and induced EMF is developed in the coil. Then the magnitude of induced EMF, how much the current is induced, that magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to the strength of the magnetic field. Okay, or the number of turns of the coil, or the speed with which the magnet moves inside the coil. Clear? Now, what I will do is, so this experiment what he has done, we call it as magnet coil experiment. Magnet coil experiment. Instead of magnet, bar magnet, can I use something else? I don't have magnet now. I have current, I have copper coil. How to get a bar magnet? Solenoid, right? So I will place one solenoid here. This is connected to battery. So this is bar magnet now. Same thing will happen. Suddenly, I will take a plug key. When I insert plug key, magnetic field lines will start forming here. Once magnetic field lines will start forming here, I will not move coil or something. This is here, this is here. Once the magnetic field lines started forming, galvanometer will show deflection. Once they are set up, it will come back to zero. Again, when I remove it, they will start deforming. So this will show opposite direction. Once they completely deform, it will come back to zero. So this is called coil experiment. Earlier one, magnet coil experiment. This is coil experiment. Is that clear? Now, in this case, to determine the direction of, okay, I have forgot one thing. Let me clear it now itself. In the case of solenoid, this is positive, this is negative, this is solenoid. Okay, just move back to solenoid. I have written this side as south, this side as north. I forgot to explain how this side it is north, how this side it is south. You remember? I said there is a shortcut I will explain. I forgot. You also forgot. You are sleeping actually. Right? So here, see, right hand thumb rule says this indicates the direction of current. Wrapping up of fingers indicates the direction of magnetic field. So here, just take it reverse. This gives the direction of magnetic field. This gives the direction of electric current. So see, current is going from positive to negative. It is moving up. So this is the direction of current. This will give the direction of north. Thumb gives the direction of north. The other side is south. If current flows like this, if this is positive, if this is positive, if this is negative, current will flow like this from this side. So this side will be north, that side will be south. That's all. Next, what I was explaining, coil experiment was over. Okay. In the electromagnetic induction, after coil experiment, here in this case, previous session we were discussing about motion of conductor. They will give electric current, they will give magnetic field. We have to determine motion of conductor, right? That means we will give electricity. We have to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. Here in this case, they will give magnet. They will give coil. Okay, what we have to do is we have to induce electric current. Which side the current direction, induced current will be there. Okay, so that is given by Fleming's right hand rule. Okay, according to Fleming's right hand rule, while explaining Fleming's left hand rule, I was using this only, na, left hand. So if by chance if I use left hand, let me know. I have to use right hand now because I was holding chalk piece. If I forget, if I start showing the left hand, remind me. Okay. So according to Fleming's right hand rule, why we are using Fleming's right hand rule? To determine the direction of induced current. Same, there it is electric current. Here middle finger indicates the direction of induced current. Remaining two are same. Motion of conductor, magnetic field. So according to Fleming's right hand rule, arrange three fingers of your right hand mutually perpendicular to each other. Thumb indicates the direction of motion of conductor. Forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field. Middle finger indicates the direction of induced electric current. Clear? So now let us move on to the generator. You know what is generator? Something which generates. We call it as generator. So what is a generator? Generator is also called as a dynamo. What is a generator? What is a dynamo? What is motor? Which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. What is a generator? Mechanical energy to. So until today, you might have studied from 5th standard to 9th standard the production of energy, wave energy, tidal energy, nuclear energy. What happens? Turbine will rotate, we will get energy. You only know this. Turbine will rotate, we will get energy. How it will work? How the turbine will rotate? How we will get energy? That will be explained here in 10th standard with the help of generator. You know motor, we give current, it rotates. You know generator, we rotate it, we get electricity. We will not rotate, wind will rotate. Even we can also rotate. You know earlier bicycles were used to have headlights. So they will connect the dynamo to the tires of the cycle. So once the tire will rotate, dynamo also will rotate. Once dynamo rotate, it will produce electricity. So during night time also we can use bicycles to travel. Nowadays, no torch, nothing. We will have torch, but bikes will have no headlights. Okay. We have motor bicycles now. Motor bicycles will have motor. Bicycles will have dynamo. If we want to use headlight. Okay. You want me to explain dynamo generator? I think it is not there for syllabus. Deleted, right? So no need. If you say okay, I hope till here it was okay. You are clear with magnetic effects of electric current now. Clear or not? I have requested to our class because of you and you are not at all reacting. Okay, once you come back, okay, that will be done later. I should not discuss all those things here. Okay, once you come back, I don't know up to what you are ready with the physics. I remember teaching you electricity in the class. For A section, I nearly revised it for 7 times. So in a gap of 9 months, all 7 times revision gone. I don't know if you might have remembered it. Let me revise it once again when you come back. but I don't know what you people will do. I want out of 4 marks in your final exam. Okay, it will be very tight once you come back to the school. Very tight in the sense you have to follow the orders. Whatever we say, you have to follow. Then only you will be able to fetch good marks in the final exam. Okay, so I hope, see, if light chapter you did not have understand, I have sent you the classes, like pre-recorded classes will be sent now. Those are in YouTube, you can watch it. So be ready with light chapter, magnetic chapter. Anyhow, I have completed. Once go through NCERT textbook, everything whatever I thought is in order there. Okay, once go through NCERT textbook, you will understand it very clearly. After that, go with in-text questions and exercise questions of same chapter. Magnetic effect of electric current will be over. Light is already over. Once again, you watch those videos for your confirmation. And human eye, recently I have finished. In human eye and colorful world, first part is not there. Functioning and structure of human eye, defects of human eye is not there. Okay, it will start from refraction of light through prism. From there till the end, you have to be clear. You have to be ready with those concepts. So after that, only 4 chapters. Human eye is over, magnet today over, and electricity. After you come back, I'll try to do that. Okay. Then which one is pending? Okay, light. You can go with the recorded videos. YouTube I have. Okay. Your class, sir. Okay. Okay, dear students. Happy Sankranti in advance. Bye.